Society loves to tell us that being smart equals getting rich. But if a high IQ was the ultimate ticket to wealth, every college professor would be a millionaire. The reality is quite the opposite. Often, your intelligence isn't an accelerator, it's a set of heavy emergency brakes. Welcome to the Mental Shield, where we expose the biological and psychological traps keeping you broke. Today, we are breaking down why high IQ keeps people poor. The 5 brutal truths. Let's start with brutal truth number 1. Analysis paralysis. Your brain is a high-powered supercomputer. But instead of using that processing power to take action, you use it to calculate every single way things could go wrong. You see the hidden risks that average people miss. You research the market, you read another book, you optimize your website for the 10th time, all before you even launch the product. You are playing 3D chess in your head, while someone with half your IQ just launches a basic, imperfect product and starts making money. Your high intelligence creates a massive cognitive shield. It convinces you that gathering more information is progress, when in reality it's just high-level procrastination. You aren't protecting yourself from failure. You are actively blocking yourself from success. Let's move to brutal truth number 2, the expert fallacy. Smart people often fall in love with their own brilliance. They believe that if they just get one more degree, build the perfect algorithm, or write the flawless business plan, the money will magically follow. They subconsciously believe the world owes them wealth simply because they are highly educated. But the market doesn't care about your GPA. The market only rewards perceived value. Here is the trap. Highly intelligent people often look down on sales, marketing, and networking. They think selling is a dirty, manipulative word meant for people who aren't smart enough to build real things. So, what happens? The genius starves in the laboratory, perfectly optimizing a product no one knows about, while the C student who mastered human psychology and sales builds an absolute empire. Your intelligence is useless if you refuse to learn the emotional intelligence required to actually sell it. Let's talk about brutal truth number 3, the smart identity trap. For your entire life, your primary value has been your intelligence. You were the smart kid in school, the problem solver at work. Being right is literally your core identity. And here is the problem. Building wealth, especially starting a business or making big investments, requires you to be wrong. A lot. It requires you to look foolish, make embarrassing mistakes, and fail publicly. But for a highly intelligent person, being wrong isn't just a mistake. It's an existential threat. Your ego simply cannot handle looking stupid in front of others. So what does your brain do? It protects you. Your mental shield activates. It convinces you that the game of wealth is rigged, unethical, or simply too risky to play. You choose the safety of a predictable paycheck over the humiliating risk of failure. You subconsciously decide that you would rather be perfectly average and perceived as a genius than risk looking like an idiot on your way to becoming rich. Let's uncover brutal truth number 4, the virtuous intellect bias. If you spend enough time in academia or high-level intellectual circles, you often absorb a toxic hidden belief. Making money is somehow impure. You start to view commerce, sales, and business as primitive, greedy, or simply beneath your intellectual dignity. You begin to wear your modest income like a badge of honor, proof that you haven't been corrupted by the dirty capitalist machine. But here is the brutal reality. You aren't more moral just because you are broke. You are just broke. You are using your massive intellect to justify your fear of the marketplace. Deep down, you are terrified that if you step out of your textbooks and into the real arena of business, your brilliant theories might not survive reality. So you stay safely locked in your ivory tower, judging the people who are actually building wealth, while secretly resenting them for having the freedom you don't. And finally, brutal truth number 5. Ignoring your biology. Highly intelligent people make one fatal mistake. They believe they are purely logical creatures. They think they can simply think their way out of fear or outsmart their own nervous system. But here is the science. Your IQ lives in the prefrontal cortex, the newest and relatively weakest part of the brain. Your fear of failure, your money blocks, and your desperate need for safety, that all lives in the limbic system, the oldest, strongest, most primal part of your biology. When it comes to taking a financial risk, your primitive brain will hijack your genius brain every single time. It will flood you with anxiety and disguise that anxiety as rational caution. You can have an IQ of 160, but if you don't know how to regulate your nervous system and overcome your biological fear, your primal instincts will keep you poor. So, how do you break the curse of a high IQ? You have to stop analyzing and start acting. Your intellect is a tool, not a shield to hide behind. Stop trying to be the smartest person in the room and start being the person who actually executes. If you're ready to break these blocks, join the Mental Shield family. We are here to hack your mindset and build the reality you actually deserve. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.